It's finally here. Let's open it and see what we've got. And it's perfect. This is exactly what I ordered. Good news. We'll just, now we'll just cut the bag. It's got a bit of soil stuck to the roots. It looks good. And there's a few shoots coming up. This one here, a little bit soggy from the water being at the other end. And there's a few little shoots coming up just at the base here. Oh, and another one on this side. This is looking promising. This is Lady of the Lake, a David Austin rose. It is a rambling rose, so it's supposed to get quite big, and it's supposed to be fragrant and a repeat bloomer. It's a semi-double, so it's got the centers still that are pretty available, so it should be really good for pollinators. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I was looking for this rose all last year, and I could not find it at all locally. So this is exciting to see one and have it in my hands. This is so great. Okay, let's see if we can get the space ready. So I let the rose soak overnight as it was suggested, and so now we can get it in the ground. Looks good. I'm so excited to have this rose. I think it's going to be a beautiful addition to my garden, and I'm planting it here next to the deck. I chose this spot a couple years ago with the idea that I wanted a climbing rose growing up over the deck. Since then, I've been trying to find this particular rose, and it's taken me forever to find it because Canada, but despite the wait, I'm happy I got the variety that I really wanted. So this is a bare root rose, meaning it didn't come potted with soil. Usually bare root plants come with planting instructions, and they're pretty easy to follow. Like anything new, you have to pay extra attention as you go, but it's not hard, just different. This spot that I'm planting it in has fairly heavy clay soil. So last summer, knowing I wanted a rose here, I mulched this area and dug in a bag's worth of very well-aged horse manure to try to soften the soil's clay texture and also add some extra nutrition for the future plant. I didn't find any evidence of the manure today while I was digging, so I'm assuming it's now well incorporated into the soil. Anyways, I tried to position the rose a little bit away from the deck so it could be watered easily and there'd be good access for pruning, etc. Then I added some water and backfilled with the same soil. It ended up kind of muddy, but that will help get the soil in between the roots. You can also see me adjusting the height of the rose several times. I was trying to get it positioned to the same height as the surrounding soil, or maybe a bit higher, because next, I'm adding some homemade compost on top that will work into the soil as it continues to decompose in place. This will help to add some more nutrients to the soil and encourage soil health. And on top of that, I'm also adding my homemade mulch, a mixture of fall leaves and grass clippings that has also been composting. The mulch will do a great job of holding in the moisture over the summer, and over time it too will break down, adding to the soil's health. Now there are multiple schools of thought on planting, bare root or not. They range from providing everything the plant will need and more, including heavily amending the soil with specialty soil mixtures and fertilizers, And at the other extreme is barely providing any additional care for the plant, which would be more of a tough love situation where you're telling the plant, these are the natural conditions around here and you need to just figure it out. There are arguments for both of these strategies. I tend to fall somewhere in the middle. I think it's a bit of a balancing act to provide the plant with enough that it's happy and doesn't struggle, but in the end, I believe you'll grow a stronger plant if it's not babied too much. Typically, the goal for the first year of any plant is to become established so it can survive harsh conditions. Building their root system is vitally important to this, and we want that root system to be wide and deep so it can find water and nutrients from a large area. The trick is figuring out how to get the plant to do that. So the old manure that I added last summer should soften the clay soil somewhat and help the soil retain moisture. It should also provide some nutrition, not a lot, so this rose will mostly be growing in the native soil, which might not be the easiest life, but there are other plants here that have figured it out, so I'm hoping this rose will grow its roots, searching for what it needs. I'll definitely be watching it closely this season and keeping it well watered. I'll probably give it a few liquid feeds as well, even if only out of admiration and to make me feel like I'm taking care of it. So with a bit of luck, this rose will be happy here this season and settle into this spot. And in a few years, it will hopefully be at the top of this trellis ready to climb across the deck. And yes, I'll need to build a pergola trellis something along the top there. I've got time. So for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.